All right. Good morning, everybody. Adam Levine from RapidGiftBag.com, and I am thrilled this morning because I have a very special guest. Excited. We've been talking behind the scenes for months, and I can't believe her blog tour is finally here at our blog. And good morning, and say hello to Jennifer Ford Barry.
Thanks, Adam. Happy to be here. Finally.
Yeah, right. This is great. So, Jennifer, you put an unbelievable book together. Organize. Let me just hold it up for everybody so everybody can see. Okay. Organize now. Think and live a clutter-free. Think and live clutter-free. And we went through it, and it's just awesome the way you break down a whole year into 52 weeks. You don't demand too much from anybody when they start their organizing quest. Now, I know you wrote a lot of books in the past. There's so much spirituality in this book, and you've been talking about it a lot with the other bloggers. Do you find that like your whole journey with writing the other books led you to the spirituality organization? I mean, is that the point where you are, like in your life stage right now?
No, actually, my spirituality led me to this career. The complete opposite. I used to work for corporate America, and after 9/11, I was laid off and worked for a radio station in advertising, and I was home for a few months with a new baby. And I knew that I wasn't cut out to just be a stay-at-home mom. I had to be thinking and planning and doing projects. It's just my personality. So I really didn't want to go back to corporate America. I had been on quite a spiritual journey up until that point and had really done a lot of work on myself. And when I thought about, how am I going to spend the next 25 years in a career, I just couldn't picture waking up every day like Groundhog's Day and just going to, a company trying to make the big guys some bucks. So I wanted to really do something that I was passionate about. And every time I would ask myself, what am I passionate about? It would be organizing. But 12 and a half years ago, I didn't know anybody making money doing this. And so I kept trying to talk myself out of it because of the earnings. And then finally, when it came down to it, I said, you know what? I have a business degree. I can market myself, and I'm going to go for it. And I started a little tiny newsletter that actually turned out to be the first book. Mm-hmm. So it's called Free Weekly Organizing Tips. And little did I know, 4 years later, that would be turned into my first book.
Wow, that's pretty intense. And then from the first book, you really enjoyed it. You're organizing, and then that just like led directly into the second book. You just flew right into it. I mean,
no. I did the first book, and it was a huge hit. And then we revised it, did a revised edition, put it back out 2 years later with a lot more meat to it. And then about a year after that, my publisher came to me and said, if you want to write a book about business and career, since you own your own businesses. So that's when Organize Now, Your Money, Business, and Career came out. And then in between there was a day planner that was the publisher's idea. And then about a year and a half ago, they came to me again with a proposal, and I turned it down. And it was really more about time management. At that point, I said, you know what? It's time for me to really put my voice behind my true beliefs when it comes to organizing. And it really is a spiritual tie-in for me. I feel like, we're not here to collect things. We're here to make a difference. We're here to put our mark on the world. We're here to grow as people, and it has nothing to do with what you buy. So I work with people every single day, and I say this all the time, that I'll pull up to a new client's house, and the biggest, most beautiful house in the world, you think they would be super happy. And when you open the front door and walk in, it's a totally different story. And they're so miserable, even though they have everything they could ever want. It's because of the inside clutter. And I usually start there, and then we work through that into the exterior space. And that's when you really see their lives transform. It's absolutely amazing. It's my favorite part of the job.
Right, and that's that's we were talking before, but that's one of the parts of the book that really like struck me as being really interesting, is the internal clutter and cleaning it up. And you talked about the internal clutter of relationships and the stresses that people put on themselves, and even it was real interesting to get to the end of the book where you start to talk about your own end, when your life is over and what you're going to leave for your family, and you don't want to leave them a mess. So that was really deep for me, and it opened up my eyes to a lot of things about what I plan on giving back and how I plan on making my mark in life. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wanted to ask you one question. because myself, I'm a pretty organized person, and obviously you're like one of the queens in the world of organizing. Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed? Do you sometimes feel stressed out about what you got going on?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm the type of person that I probably am a little bit of a workaholic. And so I'm so pumped about what I do that I'm willing to take on more projects. And sometimes I probably should put them off, but I'm so excited about them. I take them on, or I partner up with somebody, and I'm really excited to go. And next thing you know, oof, I have 5 new projects and a brand new book coming out. Oh, I have 2 kids and a husband. I have my own house to maintain. And my clients are, really feeling like they have to get me in this week. So, of course,
Right.
it's always a challenge. And I do have times where I feel overwhelmed. I've really learned in the last probably year, learn how to delegate, learn how to loosen my grip on things that pertain to my business, and kind of say, you know what, it doesn't have to be just perfectly my way. Somebody else can put their idea or do something for me, and it's good enough to get it done and move forward and to keep, producing. So, yep, I absolutely have days like that, and that's when I look and say, okay, how can I maybe do my schedule better, or how can I delegate more, or how can I have somebody just kind of take something over for me for a while. So I think that's part of the game.
Right, right. Well, if you get lost ever in the organization, I know a great book that you can read, and I'll give you a couple of really good pointers. So, all right. Well, listen, I know that you got a million things to do because you are one of the organizing queens in the world. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. I am so thrilled that you put our little company on your blog book tour. Blog book tour. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're a wonderful person, and you've always been so nice to us. So I wish you the most success with this book.
Absolutely, and I'm so pumped for your product, Adam. So
well, thank you very much. Yeah, we got some. I'm not going to post it yet, but we got some really great news this morning. So yeah, I'll tell you after we end the broadcast.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. crappygiftbag.com. Go out, grab a copy of Jennifer Forberry's Organize Now, Thinking Clutter-Free. Thinking Live Clutter-Free, excuse me. I'm so excited to get jumbled. And also, we're going to be giving away a copy of the book on our blog. So make sure you enter some comments on the YouTube below and on our Facebook and on our Google, Twitter, all that stuff. We're going to post it. And thanks a lot for joining us. Enjoy your day, everybody. Thanks a lot again, Jennifer.